everyone, I'm Francesca. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are starting our Eat Your Greens series. So I'm bringing you 5 amazing recipes all centered around getting you to eat your greens, eat your green veggies, and I tried to make them really fun, really different, and give you interesting ways to eat your greens so it's not boring. So I'm kind of doing this a little bit differently than how we've done our other series videos. In the past, when I've done series, it's been consecutive videos in a row, so like every day you guys get an upload. This time, I'm spreading them out a little bit for my sake and your sake. And yeah, so it'll be Saturdays and Wednesdays, so you'll get them. I'll put like a little thing on the screen as to when all the videos will be uploaded. So come back and check for them, and I'm so excited to kick this first recipe off with a spring green minestrone soup. It is filled with kale, leeks, celery, peas, and then of course we have chickpeas and potatoes, and it is absolutely delicious. There's some pesto in there, and it is so good. I actually ate it for the last like 3 days, and it was really delicious. It's very filling, but it's like light and flavorful and good for this time of year when it's like a little bit warm and a little bit cold and you don't know what you want to eat, and it was very good. Dip some bread in there and so good. As always, the full rundown recipe is on my blog. There's a link in the description box down below for that. I also have been working really hard on giving the blog a whole new facelift and revamp, so go check it out. You can sign up for my newsletter there. I'm gonna have my most recent podcast episode in the link down below in the description box. And you can, of course, buy my cookbook, check out all my social media. I link anything that I think you might need to know in the description box. And I also write all the ingredients out in the description box as well. So check out the description box. It has everything that you need to know. So with all that being said, let's go make this soup, and I will see you guys on Wednesday with our second recipe. If you like my videos, also please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff helps the channel out, helps us to grow and spread more vegan recipes. So I prepped most of the veggies off screen, but I wanted to show you how to prepare leeks. So this is a trimmed leek. I got it at Trader Joe's, and as you can see, it has that little end on it, so I'm just gonna chop that off. If you get leeks that are bigger, you may need to chop off more of those leafy green parts. The trimmed ones already kind of have that chopped off, and I'm just chopping off that top part just because it gets dried out. You're gonna cut it in half, and then you're just gonna start slicing. It's very simple, but just in case you've never worked with leeks before and you feel kind of intimidated by them, I just wanted to show you that they are very simple to work with. And then I'm just gonna put them in a bowl. So you wanna wash them pretty well. These leeks were actually not very dirty at all, but I've had some leeks where there's a lot of sand and grit in there, so you wanna just fill the bowl up with water, run your fingers through it like that, and then rinse that water out. Now we're gonna put our stove on a pretty low heat, and we're gonna add our olive oil into a pot. We're gonna add in our leeks, some chopped onion, some chopped carrots, chopped celery, and chopped garlic. Add a little bit of salt and pepper to that, and we are just going to saute it over the heat for about 5 minutes, mixing it occasionally until everything turns, a little translucent, starts to smell fragrant. You know what we're going for. It'll look something like this. Then we're gonna add in our chickpeas, our frozen peas, our chopped potatoes. I tried to cut these up really small. Our kale, and I'm just kind of ripping some of those pieces if I need to fit it in there better. We're gonna add in about 3 cups of water, and then we're just going to let this kind of cook up. I'm gonna add in some better than bouillon in there. I love better than bouillon, or you can just use vegetable broth if you want, whatever you like to do. And yeah, I'm going to just mix that all in there. We're gonna cover it with a lid, leave it slightly vented, raise your heat a little bit, like to a medium-low heat now. Bring it to a boil. Once it's boiling, you can remove the lid. Let it boil for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you will, start to see everything is really cooking, and really the only thing that needs to soften a lot is gonna be the potatoes. But it's looking good. We're gonna add in our spinach now. Spinach cooks a lot quicker than kale does. That's why I waited to add it in. If you wanna add it in all one shot, that's fine. We're gonna add in some vegan pesto in there, mix that in, which is so flavorful and so delicious. You can use homemade, or I'm just actually using the one from Trader Joe's to make my life easy. I'm gonna test a potato now after the soup's been boiling for about 15 minutes and just test the broth. Potatoes were cooked and good, so I'm just going to add some red pepper flakes in because that's what I wanted to add into my soup. You can add in, salt, pepper, garlic powder, whatever you like. Our soup is all done. It looks beautiful. I love everything in there, and I love all the colors and the textures. Like I said, the only thing you want to make sure is that your potatoes are fully cooked. So as long as those are soft, you're good to go. We can plate it up. Looks so beautiful. This soup is great because it's very light but also hearty. Like it's filling. You can add some extra pesto on top to make it pretty. I mixed it with a little water just to help thin it out to drizzle. We're gonna add some microgreens, of course. They're beautiful. I love them. And it's another form of greens. And I added some coarse sea salt on top too. And that's it. This is our gorgeous soup. It's all done. It's ready to enjoy. Like I said, I think some crusty bread is just perfect on the side. You can also make homemade garlic knots if you want on the side of this. That would be so good. And of course, we have to take a nice big bite. The soup really was so delicious. You've got to try it out. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you Wednesday for our next episode.